A lot of Rebecca.
Okay, hi everyone, and today we're gonna read a book for our bear. But before we do that, we tell us our names. My name is Miss Rebecca. Her name is Princess, and her name is Rachel. Okay, time to flip the page.
A book for a bear.
A book for a bear.
Every
Bear
day,
loves books.
every day, Bear sat at the edge of the woods and listened to a girl read.
That's so fun to do. Doug, cousin, read.
The girl whose name was Ellen loved to read, Bear loved to listen. Ellen read
Scary books.
exciting books.
Funny books.
Bear and Ellen loved them all.
Yeah, wasn't that so fun, Paige? Let's flip it now. It's my turn to read. One afternoon, sitting under their favorite tree, a bear said, I want a book of my very own. A book the color of ripe red, raspberries, and delicious to read. Will you find your books? It's your turn to read.
At school, said Ellen, but bears aren't allowed. Tomorrow I'll bring you a new book. But, said Bear, I want to pick it out for myself. Said Ellen, I don't need a pen, and I just know what to say.
Okay, that earlier was so fun. Now my turn to read Super Bear Part. The next morning, Ellen and a funny superhero walked to school. Fly. Oh, a furry superhero. Hee hee hee.
They tiptoed into the back of Ellen's class. So many books, they whispered.
Bear rushed toward the bookshelf. He reached for a book, but the color of ripe red raspberries, but the teacher turned around. She pointed. She screamed, a bear, a bear! Bear at our school!
Bear raced back to the woods with a cape, but no book.
Oh, I think Bear is pretty sad after all that. Well, I think so. After school, Ellen found a bear, their favorite tree. I'm sorry, our plan didn't work, she said. She may feel sad or something.
But, said Bear, I still want a book.
Okay.
The library, said Ellen. But, said Bear, I still want a book. And I want to pick it out for myself. Where else can I find a book?
The library. Okay. The library, said Ellen. But bears aren't allowed. Don't worry, said Bear. I have a plan. Boo-hoo. This is what Bear was feeling the other page. Look. Boo-hoo. That's what Bear was feeling at the other page. Ellen and a blueberry bush walked into the library. The library has even more books than your classroom, Bear whispered. Rows and rows of books. That's a lot of books. That's a lot of books.
The library saw the bush. First, the library saw Ellen from the bush, then the bear. The library checked a bear in the library.
Wait, what? A bear? Oh, I never saw a bear in a library before. Bear and Ellen raced back to the woods with blueberries, but no book. But, said Bear, I still want a book, and I want to pick myself where else can I find a book? He does not know. Maybe he can find it in another classroom that's much bigger.
A bookstore, said Ellen, but bears aren't allowed. But I just need a different baskets, said Bear. I just know, just to think, said Ellen.
Wow, this was so fun. Let's please flip the page again, teacher. I'm the teacher. Why did I say that? Ellen and Furry Giant, wearing a coat and hat and carrying the umbrella, tiptoed onto the bookstore. So many books. Bear whispered, there must be a book for me. Whoa, this page is actually pretty fun than the other ones.
It is good.
Then Bear saw just what he wanted. A book with colored of bright red raspberries. This is actually a good bookstore. Time to flip the page. He rushed for the book, but he didn't see a ladder, or the clerk on the ladder, and Furry Giant was wearing a coat and hat, carrying an umbrella, and crashed on the floor. Whoa, this is so terrible. They might be on live. The clerk yelled, a bear! A bear!
In our bookstore!
A bear in our bookstore. It's your turn to read right here.
Bear and Ellen raced back to the woods with a broken umbrella, but no book.
Still no book? Whoa, they might be going live right now.
No, they might not.
How will I ever find a book for my own? Asked Bear. Don't worry, said Ellen. We'll think about something.
Bear scratches back on the tree and thought.
Ellen scratched the top of her head and thought. I'm thinking on a battlefield. Suddenly, Bear said, "Could we make a book?" Ellen smiled. Be right back.
I just know.
She returned. She read. Just read.
She returned with paper. Rachel read. She returned with paper and markers of every color.
Introducing.
Of course, raspberry red. What do you want your book to be about?
Ellen said.
I don't know, so we have to find out. Bye.
We have to. No, just the right thing, Bear whispered to Ellen. A perfect plan, she said. Whoa, time to flip the page. It's your turn to read.
Ellen wrote and wrote. Bear and Ellen drew picture after picture. When they're finished, Bear beamed.
Like this. This is what beaming is. Beam! Beam! Beam!
A book to me.
Will you read my book to me? Of
course!
Of course, Ellen said. Ellen opened the book and read. Bear loved books. So then, bye everyone. See you. Bye everyone. See you in our next video.